Hi everyone and welcome to this special edition of The Back Page. I hope you and your families are staying safe. Now in these testing times where our world has been turned upside down, we thought it was a good chance to take a light-hearted look at some of our favourite sporting moments. Forget the glorious bits, these are the fails and funnies that left us either laughing out loud, gobsmacked or simply scratching our heads. And over the years on The Back Page, we've seen plenty of them. Now to kick us off, the unsung heroes of sport, the mascots. Most of them had to hang up their big furry heads with no sport about, and sure, they're meant to be part of the sideshow at games, but as you'll see from this countdown, they often find themselves in the thick of the action for all the wrong reasons. Here's our top 10. The number one rule for mascots is don't interfere with play, although someone forgot to tell Shocks the Fox from the Arena Football League as he sniffed around the end zone in the middle of a game.
I mean, the mascot's in the way. I mean, you don't see that very often.
No.
I mean, he hurt his own team. The flag should be against the home team.
Probably will be.
Baseball mascot Riptide is known for his high-speed antics on the quad bike. Now, that wasn't in the script. Fortunately for Riptide, he had plenty of padding, suffering only a bruised ego, a face full of dirt and a stalled engine. Back in 2009, Igor, the Manly Sea Eagles mascot, was king hit from behind by a Newcastle Knights fan, and he wasn't having a bar of it as he wrestled the unruly invader to the ground. His heroics didn't go unnoticed by coach Des Hasler and the players either, but for Igor, it was all in a day's work.
Yeah, someone just come and sucker punched me from behind, so then I was on the ground and gave him a flap my wings and gave him a bit of what for. I came out on top, so inside the Eagles.
Some more feathered fury when this giant chicken had to deal with another type of pecker in New Zealand, bringing down a streaker with, you guessed it, a chicken wing tackle. The Football World Cup mascot is meant to be a role model, but someone forgot to tell Brazil's Feleco, the horny armadillo, who pulled out all the wrong moves. The beautiful game. The Western Bulldogs mascot also struggled to control his urges, taking a particular liking to Collingwood's Magpie mascot, despite a distinct height disadvantage. Simply leading the team out onto the field can be a tricky prospect, as these two NRL mascots discovered. Can a rooster do a hammy? If they're not slipping over, they're trampling on innocent children.
Even the Eels mascot's in trouble. He's taken out one of the ball boys.
Wolfie from the University of Nevada baseball team attempted the moonwalk some years back, and it's fair to say he didn't defy gravity. After winning the 400-metre hurdles at the 2009 World Championships, Melaine Walker of Jamaica was offered a piggyback on Bellino the bear. It didn't end well. Way back in 1999, San Jose's mascot AJ Sharkey was hoping to make a grand entrance by rappelling from the rafters when his rope got stuck.
He has been stuck for about 5 minutes now, can't get down. They are putting rubber mats under him, and they're going to make some sort of an effort here to try and get him down to the ice or pull him back up.
Sharkey was left hanging, delaying the game for 15 minutes before being reeled to safety.
Well, another example that being a mascot is not for the faint of heart.
I love a celebration as much as the next party animal, but timing is the key. You have to be very careful you don't get ahead of yourself, or you could suffer from the dreaded premature celebration. We begin our countdown in England's Challenge Cup, where Salford's Ryan Lennon ensured viral status with this effort. He's gone the full fist pump, finger point, jersey emblem grab trifecta.
Oh, he was celebrating too soon!
Oh dear. He's waved at the fans, then he's touched the badge, and then he falls over the poor lad. Oh, he was reading that in the paper tomorrow morning.
In the Toyota Cup, Warriors fullback Glenn Fisher, looked home and hosed as he raced away for a try.
Put him down for try number 11, or is it?
It was the slowing down to savour the moment that got him. Back in 1997, in a prelim final against Adelaide, Tony Liberatore produced this classic for the Bulldogs.
Tony Liberatore celebrates a point. Well, what will he do when they get a goal? Look at Libba. He was like the conductor there for the crowd behind the goals. Great theatre.
Aussie rider Lucy Kennedy was just a couple of pedals away from her first ever stage win at the Giro Rosa in 2019. Worth celebrating, but not until the job is done.
Heartbreak for the Mitchelton Scott rider. You never sit up when Voss, the boss, is hunting you down.
So she was left to celebrate her first ever second place at the Giro Rosa. During Thailand's Cup semi-final, it was 19-all in the penalty shootout when the keeper is convinced that his team is across the line because the penalty ball isn't. Well, not yet anyway. And it proved a costly error. His team went on to lose the shootout 20-19. In track and field, you must always assume there's someone behind you.
Pepio, he's getting the crowd. He wants the crowd to cheer his performance, and at the end, he gets pipped. He gets pipped by Marin Simon of Washington.
This cyclist couldn't resist the urge to raise the arms triumphantly. Here comes Stephen Bradbury on a bike. Back in 2005, Irishman Roger Loughran thought he'd won his first race as a professional jockey, and it was a Group 1 too. Only problem was, he still had 80 metres to run.
The far side, they're running up towards the finish, and he's mistaken the winning post. He's mistaken the winning post completely, Roger Loughran, and Hoycroy has come through to win it. What a disaster.
A grand final is something to really celebrate, but not before the final whistle.
Is this play on? Is this play on? She's throwing the ball in the air. Cardiff has got the ball. Oh, where? What is going on here? Oh, no.
And this Women's League tag team from Newcastle found out the hard way, literally throwing their grand final win away. In 1982, Stanford led by 1 point with 4 seconds to go over arch rivals University of California. But Stanford's marching band was already playing the victory song, leaving a sour note for the home team.
Oh my God! The most amazing, exciting, thrilling finish in the history of college football!
Of course, there are those who make sure they've achieved something before they celebrate, but that doesn't mean they're out of the woods either, because sometimes it's the celebrations themselves that can lead to a whole new world of pain and embarrassment. And we started the baseball with a strikeout fist pump and an ankle roll.
Quintanilla strikes out. He stuck the landing and got the strikeout. And Qualls is going to hear about that.
This goalkeeper in Turkey made the save, only to be foiled by the world's worst teammate. I'd say that man needs a hug, except that's what got them into trouble in the first place. In 2001, NFL place kicker Bill Gramatica slotted the winning goal and went for the party leaps.
And he hurt himself leaping up and down.
He missed the rest of the season with torn knee ligaments. In 2012, when Scotland upset the Wallabies, they were jumping for joy into each other.
Two of their players knock themselves out. There he is. They split each other's head open in the excitement.
Hassan Ali is a great bowler, but he does need to rethink the muscle man celebration style.
Boom, he says, and well, he's demolished the furniture and he's also strained his shoulder.
Ouch! V8 supercar driver Jason Bright won in Auckland, then decided to do some podium renovations. Hamburg's Nikolai Müller set up victory over Augsburg, but his season was about to end in embarrassing fashion.
It looks like he's hurt himself in the celebrations. Well, what happened here exactly? Oh, Oh, there we go.
A cruciate ligament injury leaving him sidelined for 7 months. If you score a goal and opt to jump the hoarding, it pays to check what's on the other side, because you never know, someone may have inexplicably dug a deep hole there the night before. Coritiba forward Joel was eventually found alive and well. In 2016, New South Wales weren't used to pulling off match-winning tries against Queensland. And as Aaron Woods showed, they needed a bit of work on their celebrations. World rally car legend Peter Solberg invented and nailed the rooftop celebration. Getting back into a moving car, though, can be tricky, as Peter found out. And the chase was on. As we've seen in recent weeks, the fans play such a vital role in providing the atmosphere on game day. But some fans take it to the next level to become part of the action. And as we'll see from this countdown, they often live to regret it. A couple of years ago, this fan heckled Kim Clijsters at Wimbledon, so she invited him down to play. On the proviso, he adhered to the strict all-white dress code.
Goodness. Completely forgotten there's a tennis match going here.
The Atlanta Braves created a new superhero called the Freeze in 2017, whose job was to race sports fans between innings after giving them generous head starts. Everyone soon learned the biggest mistake you could make was to think you had the Freeze beaten at the turn.
He thought he was going to win. Exactly. Oh, that's where he belongs, right in the dirt. Oh, the Freeze will get you every time. Oh, my God. Look at the look on his face. What?
Even if you're in the members' stand at Lord's, it's hard to resist the temptation to launch yourself across the seats in a bid to take a classic catch at the home of cricket. All this gentleman got for his troubles, though, was a banged-up face and years of ridicule from his mates. This fella at the Big Bash didn't fare much better.
It's a magnificent shot from Bravo.
Oh, no! Jeez! He's dropped the catch.
That's
and
not
he's
his best
dropped himself over the boundary.
Sometimes you just wish the world would swallow you whole, like it did for this bloke.
Below 8.
He actually is telling his mates, "Oh, so unlucky. Just almost had it."
That landing looked tame compared to this effort, plummeting from the stands like a rag doll, losing his phone and dignity all in one go. You get to keep the ball at the baseball, as long as you can catch it.
As he cuts in front of everyone, right in the kisses.
When someone drops a catch, it's often called a costly mistake. But rarely do you have to pay up on the spot like this cashed-up fan.
Cash for everybody.
This next guy doesn't come close to catching the ball either, but gets bonus points for staying off the field of play.
Oh, my goodness.
But that acrobatics was nothing compared to this moment from 1981, as a fan saw his life flash before his eyes.
Upper deck, he was saved by two of his compatriots.
Surviving a near fatal fall thanks to a little help from his twin brother. The look on his face says it all. Stay with us, there's still plenty to come in our countdown of sporting calamities. So coming up, we'll call in some of sport's leading medical experts, raise a glass to those who couldn't, and look at why golf really is a good walk spoiled.
Oh, what are you trying to get it out of the water? Oh, my God.
Welcome back to the Backpage Fails and Funnies special. Now, here we are at a time when the medical fraternity has never been more important and the pressure is enormous. prompt and professional medical treatment is also a key in the world of sport. But to quote President Trump on COVID-19, we can't let the cure become worse than the problem. A rider down, but help is on its way. The doctor arrives just in time to open his door into another competitor. And one patient becomes two. Don't panic. You look after him. I'm already on a call. At least that doctor parked on the road. This ambulance decided to drive straight onto the playing field while they were still playing. Fortunately, this was a slightly smaller Medicab because it drives right over the injured player's foot. Where does it hurt? That depends where you park. You don't need machinery to cause havoc. The stretcher bearers are more like dodgy removalists. Let's just get him off as quick as we can, spills and all. Look at the poor player. What the hell is going on? Just get him over the line and dump him. Watch this, the big bloke wipes his hands of the whole sordid affair. Much more careful here, organised and set to go. And it's a cold drop. The referee's not happy, nor is the bloke on the deck. Forget the stretcher, just rely on the kindness of teammates. Age-old question. What's worse, the injury or having your face shoved into the backside of the stretcher bearer? There's the pain or there's the horror. Same problem here, slightly more intimate if anything. In some cultures, they're married now. Prompt medical attention is sometimes not good medical attention. It's a terrific sliding tackle though. Sometimes it's not a medical problem that needs taking care of. Sometimes the medic needs to staunch the flow of goals for his team. This activity may require a hasty exit. It's the bit in the doctor's Hippocratic Oath that's most forgotten. I shall not let the ball pass into my team's goal, no matter what consequences may befall me. Golf was one of the last sports to be claimed by the social distancing rules. Not sure why. I never see anyone in the places I hit my ball. Maybe it's good, though, to take a break. It can be frustrating to play for us mere mortals. But to make us feel better about the inadequacies in our own games, let's take a look at some of the pros who made a complete meal of it. Let's start at the US Masters.
What happened there? It wasn't intentional.
That was former Masters champ Zach Johnson hitting his ball during a practice swing and incredibly incurring no penalty. At the 2007 President's Cup, Woody Austin thought he could walk on water.
Oh, Woody Austin trying to get it out of the water. Oh, my gosh. Austin overboard. That's taking one for the team.
In all the years, I've never seen anything like that.
This was Richard Lee at the Players' Championships a few years ago. Tops his chip, so he does what any poor chipper would do and pulls out his trusty putter. It's about then I'd have pulled out the hand wedge. Trees are every hacker's nightmare.
Watch that ball and it flicks back.
Brett Ogle discovered this the hard way at the 1990 Australian Open. Now, not only did he shatter his kneecap, he copped a 2-shot penalty as well. Lee Westwood hasn't won a major, but he has had an air swing.
Hit the tree on the downslope.
Never made contact.
That was amazing.
He dropped it in the slot and let go of that right hand. And he's looking at that both wrists.
That was bad, but this is worse.
Here's Beatrice Riccari. Oh, what happened? Did she swing and miss?
It sure looked like her real swing.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I don't think I've ever seen that either.
One thing about golf is you don't want your ball to finish further away from the hole than when you started. Henny Otto suffered a particularly severe case of the yips a few years back.
He deserves
that.
every bit of it, I'm afraid. And this is so silly. To watch a professional golfer do that is totally ridiculous.
He was fortunate not to be penalised for slow play during this meltdown. Ernie Els is a legend. The Big Easy made it look bloody hard at the Masters a few years ago. Struggling with the yips, he had a 3-foot putt for par on the first hole, but from there it all unravelled. He 6-putted for a 9.
He just keeps going, and they keep missing.
Yeah, it's just very difficult. It's what happens when you have heebie-jeebies.
Number 1, though, goes to Kevin Na, who racked up a 16 on one hole at the Texas Open, losing count along the way.
I have no idea what you have.
I don't know. How are we going to count all the shots?
I have no idea.
9, 10, 11 out, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Personally, my golf game doesn't really hit its straps till I get to the 19th hole, where a hard-earned beer is in order. Which brings us to the next target in our fails and funnies countdown: people who struggle to hold their beer. We start at the baseball, where the endless obsession for getting the foul ball takes precedence over the beer.
Didn't get the ball, got soaked by his beer. Somebody next door to him got the baseball, he's got to get a new beer.
Bad form.
Yeah, come on.
You got a beer in one hand, you can't catch it with 2 hands.
Aussie triathlete Emma Moffat on the podium in Hamburg in the middle of Oktoberfest. But it all went wrong when her giant beer stein shatters. There are nets to protect fans at the baseball these days, but someone failed to tell this lady, who took protective action and wore her beer in the process.
TV or anything.
No nets in the outfield, and as this lady found out, you have nowhere to hide.
Look at the beer. Look at the beer.
That's an expensive beverage.
That's a $7 or $8 home run right there.
For those desperate to get their hands on the baseball, you have to think about the people around you. And it's fair to say this lady was not happy about wearing this fella's beer. If looks could kill. Sometimes it's the players who cop a drenching.
It goes off the wall. Like somebody's spilling a beer or something on Ryan Braun out there as Alonso wheels all the way to third.
And Ryan Braun contended.
Spilling American beer isn't anything to be too concerned about, unless you spill it on the cameraman. Now, this young woman wasn't about to own up, though, and was quick to dispose of the evidence. Usually the spillage is unintentional, but that wasn't the case at this Kings game.
Was there a glass perhaps resting on the edge? No. It was a beer tipped by the gentleman in the beer. Watch it again.
You don't do that.
Well, that's outrageous.
And his missus has given him a spray, and so she should.
And there is the beer tipper. His night is over.
We know Queenslanders love their beer, but not more than their state of origin. In 1988, fans showered Lang Park with beer cans after Wally Lewis was sin-binned. And there was more beer wasted some years later when this Maroons fan carelessly let his scarf get in the way. And number 1, when it's your shout, note to self, always carry a tray.
Some are slipping and falling early before kickoff.
Well, we've seen plenty of fails and flops, so we thought we should at least finish tonight's episode on a winning note with a tribute to an important member of many families at the moment. Loyal, loving, and a wonderful companion in troubled times. It turns out the humble pet dog is also capable of astonishing feats in the sporting arena, and we've got 10 clever canines to prove it. Not sure I've seen a more enthusiastic brand of keepy-uppy than this from the pug with the beach ball. I could watch that all day, and in isolation I probably will. Remember the days when high-fiving was acceptable. Man's best friend providing the perfect alley-oop. No Olympics in Japan this year, but they do have Purin, the beagle, who set a Guinness World Record for the most balls caught by a dog with its paws in 1 minute.
And there's the record, 14 in 1 minute.
Lakers and Warriors have
This dog isn't a genius.
Scooby the dog.
But it's cute.
With the slam dunk.
This just never gets old. How many people in America right now are going, aww?
Yeah, I wonder if you got a check for hanging on the rim. Can you hang on the rim if you don't have fingers? You just he pawed the rim. Scooby. Yes!
Another ball-loving pug, this one keeping it on the deck and performing a full-body nutmeg. Sometimes it's just about being in the right place at the right time. What a save. Well, we've all been hustled on the pool table. Not often by a dog, though. Halo didn't even need a cue to do the job. It's the sport of the future. Dog surfing. Insert your own hanging paws dog cliches here. That's snarly, dude. Get it? A bit of kick to kick in the backyard with a collie with great touch and skill.
Do you believe it? Look at this.
Trap, set up, kick. Ball worker's genius. Also, skateboarding his way into the record books was Otto, the British bulldog, winding through 30 pairs of socially undistanced legs in Peru. Best dog ever. Well, that's it for this week, but I hope to see you all again next week when we bring you more of the best fails and funnies we've seen in sport. In the meantime, please stay safe and take care of each other. Bye for now.
This has been a Fox Sports production.